What is up, guys? Zan from the Zan Madden YouTube channel. And a number of you guys have reached out to me saying that you're struggling with cover zero blitzes out of nickel formations. And this is something that plagues Madden every single year at the beginning and at the end of the year when the cards get really good. So the difference is that cards early in the season don't really have great route running abilities. Quarterbacks are a little bit more inaccurate. Players in general are slower. So beating man coverage is tougher. The good news, however, is that cover zero is a very aggressive alignment, and that is the key word of today's video: alignment when dealing with nickel cover zero. So we're going to start off with my top 3 things you guys should do when dealing with cover zero defenses in Madden 24. Before we get into this list, if you guys could do me a favor, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, also hit that notification bell, and drop a comment below to help push this video out in the algorithm. I really appreciate all the help that you guys have provided the channel here early on in Madden 24, and I'm eager to keep the ball rolling. Number 1, you guys need to use running back wheels. Running back wheels of all types, whether you're in the shotgun or under center, are very effective at beating man-to-man coverage, as well as beating match coverage if you can find the player that is manned up on the running back and put him on a wheel. This is a one-play touchdown route in the event that you can use other players in your formation to pick up the blitz. Let's go ahead and show you guys a easy one that you guys can run. This is actually going to be out of just an under center formation here in the strong close. And I'm going to choose a couple of different cover zero blitzes. We'll choose Mike Blitz 0, which is pretty much everyone's favorite blitz. And even if they align this correctly here, you're going to see with this particular blitz, all we have to do is obviously pick it up with the running back. And we're going to go ahead and wield this fullback. Now, from a defensive perspective, we got a nickel corner on a fullback, and you would think that's a huge advantage for the defense, right? Well, not in Madden 24. So you can also slide protect left and ID right if you would wish as well. But we're going to focus on Kari blazing game here. Snap this ball, and you're going to see that he fries the man-to-man coverage, and we can just throw a touch pass, a lob pass, whatever you guys want for an easy throw over the top. And again, we talked about this yesterday in great detail. You guys can check that out from Shotgun if you guys wish as well. But number 1 is certainly throwing running back wheels. Check the video yesterday for more. Before we get into number 2 on our list, I just want to let you guys know that Gridiron Game Plans is flooded with content here at launch in Madden 24. If you guys are looking to step up in Madden 24 and pick up your game, Gridiron Game Plans has launched our Gun U Trips offensive game plan by MCS Pro Goose. I've launched my launch defensive game plan out of the Chicago Bears defense, with more defense coming very shortly here on the website. And we've got over 30 videos in the vault waiting for you to talk about the launch meta. We will also be starting our lab sessions next Wednesday, so take advantage of our Discord, which is included at no additional cost. You guys can unlock the entire website for $9.95. Link is in the description. Hope to see you guys in our Discord. Now we're going to get into number 2 and 3, and these are going to be based on alignment. The first of which is a very simple thing that you guys can do in any playbook in the game, or you could go ahead and call a formation that does this for you. And what we're going to do is go 4 strong. 4 strong refers to any offensive formation in which you have 4 receivers to one side of the quarterback and 1 receiver to the other side. When you're dealing with a cover zero based defense in Madden, no matter whether it's 3-3 or nickel over, this is going to be a great opportunity for you to get the ball to playmakers in space. So what we're going to do here is we are going to go ahead and kind of look at this leverage here of this cover zero blitz. Now, of course, the user wants to be in the middle of the field. They're trying to guarantee their pressure, but you can see that there's a very obvious issue here with this defense, namely that the safety on the left is responsible for the running back on the right. So we have a huge leverage problem. Now, one of the things that you do need to be aware of in Madden is that sometimes you will see swap off logic occur if you don't set up a logical route combo. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to streak B, I'm going to drag A, and I'm going to put the running back on a wheel. Now, the wheel we're going to throw quickly, and this doesn't matter if they have the right safety or the left safety swapped onto Khalil Herbert here, but you will sometimes notice that depending on your route combo, the safety on the left will jump down and take that assignment. Either way, you're going to be able to throw this for an easy gain over the middle. It's very effective. If you want to block your tight end in some of these sets as well, you may notice that that could change the way that this behaves to boot. So again, just kind of pay attention to your route combo. You see right here, I'm going to try to throw this ball out. In this case, we blocked the tight end and the safety ended up converting into an outside third. Let me show you that real quick. So in this situation, you'll note that we have this safety. He's the one that was originally assigned to Cole Kmet on this play. When Cole Kmet stays in to block on this play, this does what we call secondary coverage rules for cover zero. And we talked about this last year here on the channel in Madden 23. When a safety that is on a tight end on the right side is covering a tight end that is blocking, he will play an outside third zone. This allows us to get the ball out in the flat to the running back and have none of that swap off logic occur from earlier in the video. And you can see underneath that the safety over here still has to travel that distance to make that coverage. So this is a very effective way for you guys to work against cover zero. If you guys wish to, you can also work this out of a formation that is new in the game, such as the gun bunch halfback strong offset. And this is a really good formation because we have the ability to beat both man and zone with this. A lot of players are not comfortable with cover zero out of this, but you will actually see a fair amount of players that will struggle covering this, and they will likely go over to the hard flat once they realize what's going on. The cool thing about this play is that because we're not getting that safety on the left swapping off, he has to travel, which is going to open up our backside post to DJ Moore. So you see right here, I could actually throw this ball down over the middle and throw this for an easy gain. So again, kind of do this however you want. Depending on your route combo, it may swap guys on or off. So again, here on this play, you're going to note that we have a lot of options available to us. We get some swap offs. You could even throw a streak over the top to Chase Claypool, because this is going to cause a lot of issues with this particular coverage. Again, 4 strong makes swap offs very, very viable. You see right here, we got Chase Claypool on a streak. We have this swing route. He's not quite sure. We get some bumpage right here, and we're able to throw this ball over the top. A lot of these types of picks and rubs will occur. This makes running cover zero very, very difficult. And as a result, a lot of players will start to play a backed off alignment, and that's going to open up a lot of your drags and things like that. So you'll end up being in a situation where you can throw these drags, rack catch those. Those are really effective this year as well. So just running an alignment based 4 strong can get you into a spot where it kind of makes the job of the defense to adjust. And a lot of these guys don't want to adjust. So that's your 4 strong. Now, the thing about this also is that we have the ability to create 4 strong out of so many different formations in the game. In fact, you could go to a 3-by-1 formation and achieve the same result. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into nickel over Storm Brave. And for the purpose of this, I'm going to give ourselves room on the wide side. I actually want to space the field a little bit here, albeit it is man coverage. But what you're going to see here with this is that we've got this kind of China concept, if you will, where we've got this deep corner out to the tight end. We've got 2 receivers over to the right. And you see that in terms of our alignment, we've got the safety on the left on the running back. And of course, if I want to, I can motion this running back across, and we are now right back into 4 strong. So now we're in this situation where, depending on the route combo, you could go ahead and pepper the flats pretty effectively. So again, here you see in this situation, we don't get a safety swap off because of the spread alignment of the formation. So we don't get those crazy swaps, and we can stay in something a little bit more spaced out, because in the event that they were to be in a zone coverage, we would maybe want that ability to, you know, attack and hit our tight end sail route in this hole in the zone to the wide side of the field. So again, here you see why this would be kind of how a lot of players would want to play. Obviously, you need a better freeform than I just did right there, but you see that that spot was open in the event that they are zoned. So this allows you to beat both man and zone at the same time. And of course, you guys can also run zone beaters out of this as well. You know, as long as your guy that's attacking the flat is, for the purpose of beating man, is also, you know, your pulled down assignment against a zone coverage call, this is going to allow you to kind of filter in, like you see right here, for that catch. And you see right there, I made a much better free form to the wide side. So, you know, you can kind of 2-for-1 these combos to flood zone as well. So that is 4-by-1 in a nutshell. The next alignment that I want to talk about is 3-by-0. It is technically a 3-by-2 alignment, but our 2 are both basically attached to the offensive line or lined up in the backfield. Popular formations that allow you to do this would be trips tight end and bunch tight end. So let's go ahead and take a look here at your cover zero meta against a trips tight end. You see here that by default, we once again have a situation where the safety on the left is responsible for the running back. Now, traditionally, a lot of players will, in this situation, if they're in nickel over, pull this guy down and go user over here. So this might not work as well against the nickel over, But if you're playing someone that audibles into the Mike Blitz 0, this is fantastic because this is their user. So a lot of players don't actually like this alignment when they're dealing with a trips tight end or a bunch tight end type formation, because you're going to be in a spot where, you guessed it, you're outflanked to the flat. This is all cover 0 is about, is leverage and getting the ball to playmakers in space where you can make them pay for those assignments. This also puts them in a spot where it dictates where they must play. You also factor in that in this game as well, press is pretty tough. It is pretty tough. So if you are dealing with, players that are playing press, if you can get a guy off a jam and do the free form that we talked about the other day, you're going to be able to kind of get over the top and throw those streaks or those fades for those free form one play touchdowns. As a result, that's going to make a lot of cover 0 players tend to play off coverage, and that's going to allow for more free releases. So if you can command the ball in space to the running back and make the user kind of jump that direction, that is going to then kind of open up the ability for us to kind of attack underneath on the trip side. So you might go ahead and kind of run pick plays or things like that, where I can kind of drive off the coverage and then throw the ball underneath to DJ Moore, now that we got a free release and we got those timing throws. So again, it's all about understanding how to space the field and breathing. Understanding that cover 0 is about making you kind of panic. You want to mix up how often you decide that you want to go 5 out and quick throw with your leverage advantages versus how often you want to actually pick up the protection and try to give yourself time for more deep routes to develop. The last thing that you want to do is go into a game, max protect every play, never use your check down routes, and never make the user respect something quick into the flats. If you let somebody live in cover 0, it can be a long game. We've all experienced it before, but hopefully this video will help you guys out. Until next time, this is Zan. Get the lab, and good luck.